Hello, greeting from Nepal. I would like to have my best wishes from my inner heart in the Global Disability Summit hosted by the Norwegian government with the cooperation of International Disability Alliance and with government of Ghana. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Matrika Devkota. I'm a person with psychosocial disability. I'm based in Nepal. I'm working for the issues of mental health and psychosocial disability. I started organization of person with disabilities, OPDs, roughly 14 years ago in the perspective of no one leaving behind. The person with a different type of condition and also the person with mental health condition and psychosocial disabilities, we are also part of the human diversity. Unfortunately, we have so many things like even legally, and there are so many, all the laws says that person with mental health issues are not allowed to participate or be eligible in political life, cultural life, social life. Why that's prohibition? And also why derogatory words are being used? Where is craziness? Craziness doesn't exist. All feeling are human beings feeling. And we are so delighted that the Convention on the Right of Persons with Disabilities and Nepal has ratified, including its optional protocol. The convention's motto is like the psychosocial disabilities is also interaction with the societies and the individual and having barrier due to psychological diversities. And it's not that we are disabled, means impaired, but we are the person living with barrier. And these many type of barrier, stigma, social stigma, and one of the major barrier that in Nepal we are facing is legal barrier. In this summit, we'd like to highlight about the mandate of the Convention on the Right of Persons with Disabilities. The countries have ratified CRPDs and it's a state obligation to harmonize the legal framework. We want to be equal before the law. We want to decide ourselves. It's okay to have support, but we don't want to have substitute for us. And this is the convention, era of CRPD. Thus, we must implement it. And in the global as well as in local context, making the right real for persons with disabilities, all types of disabilities, and including persons with mental health condition and psychosocial disabilities.
My name is Kamla Podel. I'm from Nepal. I'm a person with psychosocial disability. As a self advocate, today I will share about the legal barriers identified by KOSHISH in the National Legal Framework of Nepal. The list of the legal acts and regulations discriminatory against the persons with psychosocial disability is very long in Nepal. There are 63 acts and 14 regulations which are discriminatory. Some acts deny the civil rights. For example, the National Civil Code Act disqualifies us from being a guardian and a curator because of we being of unconscious mind. The Local Administration Act 1971 provides for the forceful treatment of a person who has become insane, since he or she may not cause danger. The Prisons Act 1963 mandates separate arrangement in prison of the persons categorized as insane or half-minded. Certain acts deny our political rights, such as the State Assembly Election Act 2017, Member of House of Representatives Election Act 2017, Member of National Assembly Election Act 2018, Act relating to the election of President and Vice President 2017, Local Level Electoral Act 2017, Electoral Rolls Act 2017. Certain other acts provide for vacation from the position if a person develops psychosocial disability. These acts are the Electoral Rolls Act 2017, the Member of House of Representatives Election Act 2017, and the Local Level Electoral Act 2017. As per certain other acts, the nomination letter cannot be given to us, such as the provisions of the Electoral Rules Act 2017 and the Local Level Electoral Act 2017. Again, the Local Level Electoral Act 2017 bars our entry to the polling station. Again, categorizing us as a weak voter, it disallows us from casting the vote. That apart, there are acts which deny our economic rights. The Income Tax Act 2002 considers us incapable of making dealings, and the Sports Development Act 1992, the Contract Act 2000, and two other acts disqualify us for being a member and also provide for cessation of membership if a person develops psychosocial disability. The Nepal Music and Dance Academic Act 2007 lists out the circumstances for the vacation of office if a person develops psychosocial disability. The Employee Provident Fund Act 1962 and the Gorkha Patra Corporation Act 1963 and 13 other acts disqualify us from being a director. Many acts deny our economic rights. For example, the Nepal Law Commission Act 2007, the National Medical Education Act 2018, the Securities Act 2007, and 9 other acts disqualify us from being a chairperson, vice chairperson, and a member. The Insurance Act 1992 disqualifies us from being an insurance agent, surveyor, or a broker. The Labour Act 2017 and 5 other acts provide for vacation of the post and/or termination of employment on medical grounds if a person develops psychosocial disability. Further, there are many acts which use derogatory terminologies against us, such as mental illness or mental disorders, unconscious, loss of mental balance, brain damaged, mentally incapacitated, crazy. The use of these derogatory terminologies is inconsistent with the United Nations CRPD, which stipulates that state parties should ensure every person with disabilities to have respect for his or her mental integrity on an equal basis with others. KOSHISH has been advocating for the use of dignified terminology like persons with psychosocial issue or persons with mental health condition. Initiatives of KOSHISH to dismantle these legal provisions in Nepal through awareness raising of duty bearers such as the member of parliaments, bureaucrats, and constitutional body members and the right holders. Since 2018, 183 Member of Parliaments, 63 bureaucrats, and 55 constitutional body members have been reached. They have been increased in knowledge on psychosocial disability and informed regarding the discriminatory legal provisions. We have managed to ensure commitments for legal harmonization in line with the CRPD, as also there has been continuous follow-up meetings which are being organized with the parliamentary committees. KOSHISH has been involved in research and has reviewed the national legal framework from the perspective of CRPD in the year 2017 and 2019. That apart, 3-column study with the prevailing discriminations, suggestions and basis has also been developed. The Act relating to rights of persons with disabilities of Nepal is being reviewed from the perspective of CRPD. KOSHISH has also worked in the development of documentaries. 2 documentaries have been developed, namely Parivartan Ka Pailo Haru, Steps Towards Change, to bring conceptual clarity of stakeholders regarding the psychosocial disability. Role of Member of Parliaments on removing the legal barriers faced by persons with psychosocial disability to inform them about the prevailing legal barriers in Nepal. KOSHISH has also developed information, education and communication materials such as awareness raising materials to enhance the understanding of stakeholders on the psychosocial disability and CRPD. Dedicated information, education and communication were designed separately for the Member of Parliaments, bureaucrats, constitutional body members and judicial authorities. Easy read versions of CRPD and CRPD concluding observation has also been developed. That apart, KOSHISH has been involved in raising the issue internationally. For example, in the Universal Periodic Review, KOSHISH submitted a shadow UPR report in the year 2020. The report has been referred to on 6 occasions in the summary of stakeholders' information prepared by the working group. In December 2019, KOSHISH registered a public interest litigation with a demand for the amendment or repealing of the discriminatory legal provisions and the use of derogatory terminologies. After a year and a half of filing the public interest litigation, a debate was held in the Constitutional Bench headed by the Honorable Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has asked why not to amend or repeal the discriminatory legal provisions and derogatory terms as demanded, on which the Prime Minister and the Office of the Council of Ministers of the Government of Nepal have submitted a written reply through the Office of the Attorney General. Currently, KOSHISH and the persons with psychosocial disability are looking up to the justice system awaiting for a positive verdict. Next hearing has been scheduled for March 2022.
Namaste everyone. This is Dr. Chandrakanta Gimali from Nepal. I have been practicing in law as a senior advocate in the Supreme Court since past 30 years. I have been affiliated with the KOSHISH since 2010, supporting their initiatives to protect, promote and fulfill the rights of persons with psychosocial disability in Nepal. KOSHISH has been extensively advocating with parliamentarians, bureaucrats, constitutional body, members and judges to dismantle the legal barriers faced by persons with psychosocial disability. Commitments from the members of the federal parliament to support the cause. Being a state party to CRPD, it is obligation of Nepal to implement it through domesticating it in the constitution and legal framework. Despite having a progressive constitution and act, relating to the rights of person with disability, psychosocial disability, is yet to be mainstream. Thus, after continuous advocacy, a public interest litigation was filed by KOSHISH in the constitutional bench under the Supreme Court of Nepal, demanding the repealing or amendment of existing 15 discriminatory laws and use of derogatory words. After a year and half of filing the PIL, a debate was held in the constitutional bench headed by Honorable Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Nepal. Currently, KOSHISH and the persons with psychosocial disability are looking up to the justice system waiting for a positive verdict. Next hearing has been scheduled for March 2022. We are also drafting to file PIL on further 48 discriminatory acts in the constitutional bench under Supreme Court of Nepal. It is my deep appeal to international community to realize these human rights and raise this issue of discrimination, marginalization, and exclusion of the persons with psychosocial disability in the global level.
We person with psychosocial disability in Nepal would like to request for your support and solidarities for implementation of the Convention on the Right of Persons with Disabilities in Nepal. And it is also international obligation according to Article 32 of CRPD, international cooperation for the implementation of CRPDs. And we need moral support. We need technical support. We must abolish such kind of discriminatory law. And no one laws should discriminate a citizen, but laws should protect the citizen when they need support. And also, I'd like to emphasize that we haven't enough work done for the awareness of CRPD. Article 8, the awareness of CRPD. How can we have more awareness sensitization of CRPDs? The duty bearer, judiciaries, parliamentarian, bureaucracies, constitutional bodies, as well as people in the grassroots, everyone should know CRPD. Let's work in building back inclusive communities. And with COVID, let's find always, the negative things into as energies, and especially this psychological distress the COVID pandemic has brought. We need to have physical well-being, equally mental well-being. I look forward to work together with international communities for promoting holistic well-being. Healthy body, healthy mind, healthy mind, healthy body. Thank you.